Alright, we are looking at lesson 96 right now, and we're going to get into some statistics. We're going to be talking about what is called average, and you've already done the warm-up problems here, so let's move over to the new concept as we talk about this idea of average. Here's an illustration. It says here we show 3 stacks of pancakes. This stack has 8 pancakes in it, this one has 3, and this one has 4 pancakes in its stack. It says there are 15 pancakes in all. If you take 8 plus 3 plus 4, you'll get 15. If we rearrange the pancakes to have equal number in each stack, then you're going to get 5 pancakes in each stack. So if you were to equally distribute all 15 pancakes amongst 3 friends, let's say, each should get 5 pancakes. So we say that the average number of pancakes in each stack is 5. And that's true in both scenarios here. In this diagram, where you've got 3 stacks, but the stacks are not equal in number, and down here, in this scenario, where you've got 3 stacks, and they're all equal in number, both of those scenarios, case number 1 and case number 2, both have an average of 5, exactly the same average. I'm going to show you how you calculate that average in a second. So finding an average is a 2-step problem. That's why we talked about 2-step problems in an earlier lesson. First, we find how many there are altogether, the total, and you remember we did that, and you can do that in either case 1 or case 2. 8 plus 3 plus 4 equals 15. 5 plus 5 plus 5 equals 15. So both of them have the same exact total. Then we find how many there would be in each group if the groups were equal. And that's what we did down here in case number 2. And we're going to do that by dividing by the number of groups that you want. Okay? So in this case, if you take the total and you divide by, say you want 3 equal groups, you divide by, take 15 and divide by 3, you're going to get 5. Same total here. If you take 15 and you want 3 equal groups, 15 divided by 3, you're going to get 5. The average is the same in both cases. Here's an example. It says 4 vans. 4 vans. Looks like that might be the number of groups, possibly. Carried the team to the soccer field. There were 5 players in van number 1. We'll put down 5. 4 players in the second van. And 3 players in the third van. And 8 players in the fourth. It says what was the average number of players per van. So what they're saying is if you had redistributed all of these players into the 4 vans so there's the same number of players in each van, how many players would be in each van if you were to equally distribute them. So we're going to add all these up. 5 plus 4, that's 9, plus 3 is 12, plus 8 is 20. So the total number of players is 20, and you're going to distribute them now over the 4 vans, but try to do it equally. So if you take 20, and you divide by 4, you will get 5. So your average is 5. Notice here, you can kind of look at the numbers in each van. So you've got 5, here's 4, which is a little bit less than 5, here's 3, which is a little bit less than 5, here's 8, which is greater than 5. So you can kind of see that 5 is right kind of in the middle. Middle is not a good term to use, but it's kind of right in the central area of all 4 of these numbers. 4 is a little less than 5, 3 is less than 5, but 8 is greater than 5. So maybe if I was to draw a diagram here, if this was 5, then 4, and 3, but then you've got 8, and you can kind of see the middle of all of these bar graphs, if you will, these values, is maybe right there around 5, and that's what we mathematically calculated as well. So here's the solution down here, showing exactly what we just did. Add up all of the total players, divide by how many bands you want to spread them out in equally. 5 is your average. So it's the total divided by the number of groups. Okay? Take the total number of whatever and divide by the number of groups that you want to separate that total into. Practice A. In 3 classrooms, there were 24, 26, and 28 children. What was the average number of children per classroom? So again, let's just estimate. Remember our lesson on estimation? 24, 26, 28. So if you look at this, 28 is the largest number, 24 is the smallest number, 26 is in between 24 and 28. So if I was to just guess, just estimate, I might say that the central number, kind of a middle number, if you will, is maybe 26. Okay, that's my estimation. It's kind of in between 24 and 28. Well, let's see if that's true. You're going to take and add all these up, 24, 26, and 28. Now I'm going to do it where I'm going to add the tens, 2, 4, 6, so that's 60, and then I'm going to add the units, 6 and 4 is 10, and 8 is 18, so I get 78. And then I'm going to take 78, and I'm going to divide by 3, because there are 3 different classrooms. 3 classrooms. So 3 goes into 7 2 times. 2 times 3 is 6. Subtract, I get a remainder there, 1. So now I'm going to bring down the next number. How many times is 3 going to 18? 6. What do you know? We got our average of 26, which is what our estimation was. Okay, practice B. There were 2 stacks of books on the shelf. One with 17 books and the other with 11 books. Allison moved some of the books from the taller stack to the shorter stack so that the number of books in the 2 stacks were equal. What she's doing is she's averaging them. She's dispersing them equally. When she finished, how many books were in each stack? So we got 2 stacks, a total of how many books? We're going to take our 17 and 11, add them together. So it's going to be 1 and 1 is 20, 7 and 1 is the 8. So I get 28, and two stacks is what we want. So 2 stacks, so 2 divided into 28, and I'm going to get, 1 there. Subtract, bring down to 8, I get 14. So 14 would be our average. And if you were to estimate, I forgot to estimate, but you could. Basically, you're looking at 17 and 11. What's kind of in the middle of 17 and 11? You want to find a number that's in between equally. You want a number that is the same distance from 17 as it is from 11, and that number would be 14. All right, Spencer's scores on his first 3 tests were 85, 85, and 100. What was the average of his first 3 test scores? So we got 3 scores. We need a total of all the scores, and then we'll do the mathematics. Now again, let's just look at the numbers. 85, 85, and 100. So you got an 85, another 85, and then 100. Now he got 2 85s. That pulls the average closer to 85 because you got 2 of them. So it's not going to be right in the middle of 85 and 100. In the middle of 85 and 100 would be the average if you only had 1 of the 85 scores. But since you have 2, the average gets pulled closer to the 85s. The average is going to be closer to the number, if there's a number that appears a lot of times, the most times, the average will be kind of pulled closer to that number. So it's not going to be right in the middle of 85 and 100. It's going to be closer to 85. So maybe we would guess, 85 to 100 is a difference of 15. So add up, right in the middle is going to be around 92 or so. So it's going to be maybe below 92. Maybe we guess 90 or 89 is going to be the average. Okay, 92, 93 is the middle between 85 and 100, but it's going to be lower than that because of the two 85s. So let's do the math. Okay, so we take 85 plus 85 plus 100. So 5 and 5 is 10. Carry the 1. 8, 9, 17. That's going to be 270. Okay, you can check that. And then we're going to take 270 and we're going to divide by 3. So 3 here. 3 goes into 2 0 times. Here down to 7. 3 goes into 27 9 times evenly. And so we get 90, because this is where the decimal point is, 90, which is kind of what we reasoned before. Okay? All right, I hope that helps, and keep working hard on this, chipping away on each of these lessons every day. Okay? Keep up the good work.